Welcome, Earth signs, to the delusion experiment. This is your weekly reading for the week of December 8th through the 14th. All right, we're going to get some general themes for the week ahead. And first out, we have never-ending story. Secondly, we have To the Sea. And lastly, we have By the Book. Right away, I get the feeling that you have been almost reliving a cycle. Or at least that's the way you feel. Kind of like a Groundhog Day situation where you keep going through and experience a situation, a conversation potentially, and it becomes resolved, and then somewhere down the road it kicks up again. And it never looks 100% the same, but it certainly feels the same. And as this was the first card out, I feel like this is energy that is in your recent past and or starting to leave now. Like you may have just experienced this situation for the last time. And somehow, some way, you are embarking on a journey. And if you notice, there's only one person on this card, and bring those a little closer. She's sort of by herself. This might be a journey that you have to start on your own. But if you notice, there's a face in the card that is guiding you. This is telling me that this is something that you're meant to do. I don't see a lot of land in this card. So you might feel like right now you're drifting without a real knowledge or identity of exactly where it is that you're heading, but you're on the move. And it could be that you that you're sort of putting one foot in front of the other without having true idea of what your destination is. And this is kind of big because I feel like you're having faith in the journey, in the unknown. And what I like about the By the Book card is that the way I'm interpreting this card at this moment is that it's sort of like the mama elephant is guiding the herd with her. I feel like that's potentially what you're doing here, Earth signs. You're starting a journey where you're not really aware of what the destination is, but you are doing it. And as you start to move forward, the people that are important to you will follow you. And the way I am also interpreting the elephants and what I just heard was that things will start to fall in line. And if you notice between both cards, it's a very similar landscape. One is the wide open sea. You don't really see land or a destination. Really all you have is that weather vane on the To the Sea card that's pointing you in a direction. The By the Book, sort of the same thing. You're not seeing land. You're just seeing a wide open desert. I do see faces in this card, which again tells me that your spirit team is guiding you, right? You're going to lead the way and the rest of your tribe will follow. Things will fall into line. Things will fall into place. Okay, so let's try to get a little bit more clarity on the overall themes for this week. And while I'm shuffling earth signs, if you haven't already, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Also, if you're interested in a personal 2025 insight reading, the link to book will be in the description box below. I have just a couple of spots left for those. All right, the first card out we have is Fulfill Promise. And I apologize, these cards are so hard to read, so I'm just going to take the interpretation. Next, we have Clear the Path. Embrace the journey ahead with an open heart, ready to discover and grow from the revelations to come. And then we have Trust Your Path. Listen to intuition, seek direction, and embrace discovery. Answers reveal the journey within. What I like about these cards is that this one has a compass. This one has the weather vane right here that's pointing you in the direction of your journey without really knowing where it is that you need to go. Feathers are absolutely a spiritual sign that you're being supported, that you're being guided. And I think this is asking you to fulfill the promise to yourself. The universe is telling you that they've cleared the path ahead for you. Just because you don't know where you're going doesn't mean that you're not being guided, that you're not being supported. As long as you have faith and you trust your path to move forward, you'll be taken care of. This is one of those leap and the net will appear situations. And I think that you already know that this is what you need to do. And the universe is just asking you not to second guess yourself, to fulfill the promise that you made to yourself, to move forward on this path, excuse me, without fear, without judgment of yourself, without second guessing yourself. You need to trust that where you're being led is for your greatest and highest good this week, Earth signs. All right, and let's get some closing energies for the week ahead. Everything's wanting to come out here. All right, let's see. Let's get some clarifying energies. Okay. There we go. All right. So the first card out is the World. Completion, closing cycles, achievement. I think that we sort of already talked about that. You are, you're closing out that cycle, or you have recently closed out that cycle. You may not realize it yet, but the last time you sat in this situation is the last time that you will sit in this situation. That's not to say that there won't be challenges and hiccups on your unknown path ahead, but the situation, the conversation, the position, whatever it is that has been a cycle for you, we're done with that, right? Like you have put that to bed, and that is not coming with you as you move forward. Next up, we have the Page of Cups, dreamer, naive, innocence, inner child, head in the clouds. You're gonna be asked to dream big for yourself. I get the sense that this is not something that you are used to doing, Earth signs, and therefore you are not comfortable doing this. And I actually just had a conversation with a friend, which is being shown to me with this card, where we talked about how we have deeply ingrained limited beliefs that we don't necessarily recognize as limiting beliefs. And the example that this friend gave was that they were sort of conditioned as a child to only want so much success. So to make it a little bit clearer, like they were basically told, like, you know, yes, be happy with what you have, which is a fantastic way to look at things, but really the indoctrination, and not from an intentional way, but from a growing up with older parents who lived through the Depression and, you know, World War I or World War II. This was sort of the mentality that, you know, you need to be happy with what you have. And when you have success and achievement, be happy with that. Don't go looking for more. Don't be extra. Don't want it all. Like, just be happy with what you get. And I'm getting the sense, Earth signs, that that might be something that resonates with you. And now you're being asked to dream beyond what you think you should be happy with. That will allow you to, number one, open up some doors, but also number two, feed your inner child in a way that they so desperately need. And then lastly, we have the Four of Cups, which is contemplation, feeling disconnected, discontent, and bored. I definitely don't think that you are bored in any way, shape, or form, Earth signs. As a matter of fact, I think that you probably have a little bit more on your plate than you would normally be comfortable with, both from a physical, spiritual, mental, and emotional aspect. But what I do think is that you're definitely feeling disconnected, but for a very good reason, for a healthy reason. You are changing who you are, so you're starting to feel disconnected from the you that lived in those cycles for so long, and you're not yet the you who's that dreamer, who is trusting the path that's ahead of them. You're sort of a little bit in limbo. Just know that you're going to quickly, comfortably, and confidently move into the start of who you're going to be over the next couple of weeks. And I get the sense that it's going to start this week. And when I say quickly, you know, it's not like it's going to happen overnight, but I think it's going to happen quicker than you would expect it to. But you are definitely moving into a newer, healed version of yourself that is going to talk to themselves differently, who's going to look at themselves differently, who's going to dream bigger than they ever have. And the dream could be as simple as accepting yourself for who you are, and it can be as complex as moving across the country, starting a business, you know, big lofty goals, but it could also be really simple and personal goals. All right, Earth signs, this is the energy for this week. I hope that it resonated with you, and until next time.